for my...
Hey, Pim.
There we go.
Everyone, and welcome to Take Two Radio. I'm Pam, your host, calling in from a very wet, lightning, thundery, yucky Chicago night. And tonight co-hosting with me is David. David, how's your weather in New York there?
We're quiet right here, right now.
Okay. Well, hopefully it doesn't come your way, but usually when we have it here, it goes east, and then you get it. So...
Yep.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that doesn't happen because it's pretty bad. And I hope and pray that I stay connected. My electric does not go out. Otherwise, we will not be having fun tonight.
No, we
and
won't.
I know, and I have been looking forward to this interview for quite some time. So tonight we are welcoming a Daytime Emmy-nominated actor, William-devry. And William, are you with us?
I am. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm good. I'm inside, so I'm not wet. How are you?
Sorry about the weather. I didn't know. I've been my head's been in a script for most of the days studying for Friday, so I'm not aware of what's going on around the U.S.
Oh. So have you ventured outside at all by you?
Oh, yeah. I've managed to get to here. Of course, it's sunny Southern California, so yeah. No, I'm sitting outside as we speak.
Oh, good, because you got to take a breather once in a while and get some fresh air, as fresh as it can be for that matter.
Absolutely.
So today's Wednesday, and you're studying for Friday. Is that how you usually study, a couple days ahead of time, or is it something that you do daily?
Well, I just happen to study. I just happen to have a couple days off, and I have about 40 pages of dialogue. I'm involved in about 40 pages on Friday. So, yeah, it's probably a good idea for me to start getting a head start on things right now because it's actually pretty complicated stuff. I can't really say with who, but it's complicated.
Of course.
So a lot of movement and choreography. So I don't want to be thinking about two things at once.
Yeah, put your dancing shoes on. I don't think you mean that choreography, though.
Not close.
Well, if you think about it, people that box, they move around like dancers do, and that's how they take training sometimes, from what I've read and heard, is taking dancing classes to get their feet moving. And same thing with football players.
Yeah, well, they should. Yeah, I'm sure it would help out. I
think that's why you see so many of them on Dancing with the Stars these days.
Well, those guys are mostly retired. I mean, except for maybe Ocho Cinco, but Chad Johnson, but his career never really didn't really take off. Didn't continue very far after his appearance. So.
Oh, okay. See, I don't know much about football, so.
You live in Chicago, the land of the Bears. How can you not love football?
I know. I'm a Blackhawks fan. I'm a hockey fan, so.
Gotcha.
That's enough for me.
Gotcha. Enough time spent on the TV, huh?
Right, yeah. I mean, between watching, of course, our wonderful soaps and during the day, and then in the evening, your favorite primetime shows, and then you try to catch movies every now and again, and then doing interviews and doing music interviews during the day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know what I mean? There's just not enough time in the day.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Are you tired yet from listening to me from what I do?
No, we're good.
Well, speaking of television, you've been on daytime and primetime. What would you say was your most challenging role?
Well, there was a couple of roles that I don't know if they were Well, I guess I'd have to go back to Michael Cambias and Insecurity, which was a comedy series I did in Canada for a couple of years. Physically, there was The Lost World. So just, for different shows for different reasons. Yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely on All My Children, you were a really, really bad guy. And, of course, the worst of it, with Bianca. Did you get a lot of heat for that part from fans?
No, not really. I know a lot of the fans either, love to hate me or just straight out, hated me.
They're pretty vocal.
But, yeah, but that's fine. If they hated me, I did my job. If they loved to hate me, then I did my job as well. So,
that's right.
That was one of those roles where you just have to give yourself permission to be kind of hated and not worry about it. I certainly wasn't looking for approval when you're doing that kind of a role, that's for sure.
Right. Now, is it easy for you to shake off playing a part like that when you leave for the day?
Yeah, no, I pretty much left that stuff behind, because it's a team effort. Your scene partner is giving you permission to go all out and do what you need to do to make the scene work for everybody and to tell a story. So, no, it was, it'd be fine. Actually, it was just a little bit of a relief to go home and go, okay, well, that's over with, and I can go enjoy my evening now. So,
right.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, yeah, because I know I've heard of people, doing parts like that and taking it home with them, and it's hard to shake off. So it's a good thing that you're not that type of person.
No, you can't. It's not healthy. It's it's part of the things that I learned with my coach, my acting coach, is that it's just not healthy. This sort of method, acting isn't very healthy because it makes it almost impossible to have a really healthy, functional relationship if you're going to come home with your work all the time, and it's just not, it's just really not good. So.
Yeah, I would imagine that's probably one of the first things they teach you in acting school.
Not really. You'd be surprised at how many people say, hey, you should live it, breathe it, there's a lot of unhealthy teaching going on out there, that's for sure. No, you'd be surprised.
I am.
Yeah, we are. We both are.
Yeah.
I hope they learn rather quickly not to, listen to that, and I guess they'll learn that as they go along. Yeah. Well,
hopefully. It's kind of why method kind of fell a little bit to the side, just because it was too it messed people's lives up too much. Messed with their minds, messed with their relationships. So it wasn't. It didn't last a whole long time. I know some people still are into it, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, what are your thoughts about All My Children and One Life to Live being online now?
Yeah, I'm glad that there's still a market for it, and that they found a way to sell it. Of course, One Life is down again.
Yeah, I know.
So, but that's another story. But I'm glad that I'm glad the fans. It must have been really hard on the fans. So if they really are fans of the show, there's somewhere for them to go and feel like it's not dead. We always hate the end of a good book or a good story. So. Yeah, it's good. It's good good for everybody. I think it's good for the actors and the writers and the fans. So it gets kind of a win-win situation for everybody.
Most definitely. Because I've watched all the soaps for most of my life, and each one that gets cut down and canceled is another piece of your heart almost being torn out, because this is something that you look forward to on a daily basis to watch, for your escapism, and they become part of your family. And when that's gone, you're like, and they fill it with a food hour or something, you're like, what? This isn't getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little discombobulating. But the good news is, I think right now, daytime is on a very real uptick in both ratings and profits. And, they still have a fantastic cast on General Hospital and, the other shows on the air right now, Young and the Restless and Bold and Beautiful. I mean, just the casts are really great these days, and you've got the best writers available in daytime right now to work on the 4 shows left on the air. So it's it's good for everybody. I mean, the sort of the survival of the the best 4 shows, and hopefully, we can grow from there. Maybe we'll get a 5th and a 6th on again. You just never know.
Exactly.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with primetime. A couple years ago, comedies were dead. You could not get a sitcom on the air. The networks weren't touching them. And now, all of a sudden, you start seeing all these advertisements and promos for half-hour sitcoms. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
It makes me happy because there's nothing more that I love after a stressful day is sitting down and watching a comedy.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it'll be good. I think it's a good thing. I think we're just getting too heavily involved in the non-scripted or so-called reality TV, which I'm not really a fan of. I mean, I don't know.
Most of us aren't.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's more the younger generation.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's interesting to see who's certainly into it, but I'm just glad that daytime's definitely making a comeback. So.
For sure. General Hospital, celebrated their 50th and going strong and moving up high in the ratings, and now you're on there, and we couldn't be happier.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the show just, crossed the best ratings that it's had in 5 years across the board. And, this is a show that was 6 months away from getting canceled, so the fact that we're showing the best ratings across the board and overall ratings, 18 to 49, women, all that stuff. I mean, across the board, it's up, 5-year high. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So now
and that's
we can
not
start,
an easy feat for summertime either, because that's when they concentrate more on the younger sets. And,
yeah, that's a perfect point. So as the season gets colder, hopefully, I'd love it if we could brag that we hit a 10-year high.
I know, wouldn't that be awesome?
That would be great.
I'm right with you. Well, on General Hospital, you're playing a bad guy, playing a good guy. What's it like playing the best of both worlds?
He's great. I mean, honestly, it's an actor's dream to do this role. Because it's fun to be able to kind of not constantly be playing the bad guy or the heavy, and I do like to infuse a little bit of humor in my work, and I like to have fun. I mean, regardless if I'm playing a good guy or a bad guy, I'm still going to have fun and try to obviously enjoy the scene. I mean, the more I do that, the more the fans enjoy it. So there's just a different dynamic in every scene. With every scene partner that I'm with, I try to find that relationship with them. And I hope that the fans, appreciate that I do try to, I really investigate the character, a new character that I'm with. Like, for instance, I just watched today's episode, which I don't know if you've had a chance to see, but I mean, I just thoroughly enjoyed the entire episode today. I mean, I thought everybody was great. I thought everybody brought their A game today, all the actors. I thought the directing was great. I mean, that last shot with Olivia, Sonny sitting in the front and Ava to the right, and, Julian sitting in the background there with his hands kind of contemplating the whole thing in front of him. Man, it was just like a great setup for what's to come.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
And I absolutely that Maura West is playing Ava Jerome. I adore her. I think she's a wonderful actress, and she couldn't be better for this part.
Her subtext is just unbelievable, and she too, she as well. I mean, it's very fun to see the dynamic and the relationship that she brings to every new person, and the sympathy and the compassion and the danger, and so it's really, really great.
Yeah, she's, how do I explain this? She's playing such an evil role, but she's so pretty and so good at what she does that you almost forget that she's such an evil person. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And I love the scene where you two were together, and she's like telling you what she's going to do and this is how it's going to go, and then finally you just grab her and say, "Listen here, you're not